We're live. We are live for this WWE Superstar Spectacle watch along. Apologies for a little bit of a delay in getting on in the first place. You know what happens? It's technology. This is the thing. Whenever you do like live streams, whenever you do anything that's live, technology will just turn on you like that, and that's exactly what happened. So we decided to go live over here in the UK. It's 2:15. That was the plan. Go live at 2:15, right? I am not exaggerating to you. I have everything set up for the stream. I have my iPad, I have my tablet here ready, so I have Superstar Spectacle ready to watch. 2:14, literally the whole network just disappears. Disappears quicker than it's going to do in the United States when they move over to Peacock. So it just disappeared. I was like, what is going on here? What is going on? Basically, it's been doing this weird thing recently. I don't know if this is the case with a lot of people I don't know if this is the case for a lot of people just around the world in general, but I don't know if anyone else has had this issue where if you're watching on like an iPad or a tablet, it will just sign you out, and then every time you try and sign back in, it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. For whatever reason, you try and sign back in on the iPad or the tablet, it just doesn't sign you back in. I don't know why. I don't know why it does that, but when I log in on, say, like a laptop, which I've got a laptop to the side of me now, which is what I'm gonna be watching it on for this stream, it's fine. It's just for the iPad, it will just not do it. You have to wait like ages, and it just doesn't work. I don't know if that's the case of I have to delete the app and then get it back on. I don't know. I guess for all of you in the United States, if you're watching in the United States, that won't be an issue going forward since they're going to be moving over to Peacock. Certainly is going to be something interesting to see. We've got a couple of comments already in the chat. Rahul Panda says, I'm from India, brother. What time in India? You know what? I don't know what time it is in India right now. Obviously, Superstar Spectacle it's WWE's attempt at trying to really get a footprint in the Indian market right now. Let's double check what the time is. So it's currently 7:52 in India right now. So the event will obviously start at 8 p.m. Indian time. Obviously, this is pre-recorded as well. This is Brian says, I never trust iPads, and you're right to, Brian. You're right to, because they will crash on you at the last minute, which is, I mean, it worried me because obviously we're going to be doing a Royal Rumble watch along on Sunday. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Also smash a like on this stream as well. It really does help us out. But going back to my point, we're going to be doing a Royal Rumble watch along on Sunday. And also, given the fact we're going to be doing this Rumble watch along on Sunday, the fact that the iPad just stopped working, or the network on the iPad just stopped working like a mere seconds before the pay-per-view went on the air, has got me slightly concerned. But regardless of what happens, we will be doing a watch along on Sunday. If I have to do it on the laptop, it's not a problem. We'll watch it on there. I get a bigger screen actually, so in terms of my watching experience, it's better. But we'll be doing so much stuff. Of course, it's Royal Rumble week. Everyone can be happy. It's Royal Rumble week this week, right? So we'll be doing a watch along on Sunday. We'll be doing match previews as well, which will go up all Sunday as well. I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be certainly unique. It's going to be in the ThunderDome, no fans. We obviously have some big matches. Goldberg versus Drew McIntyre. We'll touch on that later this week. Edge is going to be in the Royal Rumble as well. He announced that last night. That's super exciting. So a lot of stuff's happening this week. Very exciting. John Elite for Life says, you know how new subscribers get a 30-day free trial? Will you also be able to do that when they move to Peacock? That's a good point. I don't know if they've said that. I would suspect so. Pretty much, isn't it? The majority of streaming service, regardless if they're WWE, Peacock, Amazon Prime, whatever. Most streaming services, you get a free trial of some sort. Now, sometimes it can be 30 days. For Netflix, I think it's like 7 or something like that. Disney Plus, I think it's 7 days. Their streaming service, their free trial. That might be the case. I think it might be the case for Peacock. I don't know. Over here in the UK, we don't have Peacock, so internationally, it doesn't affect fans. It's only affecting the fans in the United States. Personally, like I said, I did a video on it yesterday, and I've seen a lot of discussion about it on social media, and to be honest, there was a lot more pushback than I ever expected to see on social media about it. I was really surprised that some fans were totally against it, and I can't wrap my head around as to why that's the case. I don't understand why there are some fans that just really aren't happy with it, because to me, it's a win-win. I think the reason some people might not be happy about it because they just don't want to see the WWE succeed for whatever reason. I don't know why, but that is the mentality of some fans. I don't get it, but that is the case for some fans. I think look, if you're a subscriber to the WWE Network in the United States, because of this news yesterday, you've been told you can pay less for the network. It's going to be $4.99, so that's a positive, especially in this current climate. Any money still in your pocket is a positive. That's one thing. You're also, for half the price, you're getting the WWE Network and all of this NBC Universal content. That's unbelievable. If you're an Office fan or a Parks and Recreation fan, you get to watch that and the WWE Network. I mean, it is win-win. And if you, obviously that's with ads on the Peacock streaming app, but if you don't want the ads, you want to go premium, it's $9.99. It's $9.99. It's $9.99, which is the cost of the network anyway. Plus you get all of this other content. It works. It works for everyone. And then when it comes to WWE, look, they're no fools. I think a lot of people over the course of the last year have been trying to say that there's going to be a demise of WWE. WWE's never going to go away. They, regardless of their faults, and there are a lot of them, they are a billion-dollar publicly traded company. They will always thrive and succeed, even at the worst times. The reason they released all of those people during the pandemic last year, which I didn't agree with, but the reason they did it was to tell their shareholders, the people that have stock in WWE, look, we're doing record profits regardless of the pandemic or not, and they are. And it's the same when it comes now to this deal when it comes to Peacock. They got $1 billion for 5 years. Their Raw and SmackDown TV deals are worth over $2.35 billion as well. They get $50 million per year for NXT. They have the Saudi Arabia deal, which also gets them $50 million per event. I mean, and they do, what, that's a 10-year deal for 2 or 3 pay-per-views per year in Saudi Arabia. They are doing fine. They are doing very much fine. You can say whatever you want about the likes of Vince McMahon and people in the WWE. Lord knows I have. One thing you can't criticize is their business acumen. I think it's the problem with WWE, frankly, is that business kind of gets in the way of creative at some point. You know what I mean? Like sometimes the product itself doesn't matter anymore. What matters to WWE is making money and being a profitable business. It's not about television anymore. It's not about the product. What matters to them is dollars and cents, and they're making a lot of it, especially with this Peacock deal that was announced yesterday. So, look, for a fan's point of view, again, I'm not in America, so it doesn't affect me. It maybe does in the future. Peacock isn't launched over here in the United Kingdom, so maybe that will change soon. But as far as right now, it really doesn't affect me. Obviously, in the United States, it does affect people in the United States, but I don't think it affects them badly. I really don't. Oh, so you have to download a different app. I mean, what's terrible about that? So, and I'm paying less money. How great's that? If you told me, look, you're going to be paying. I mean, frankly, over here when it comes to the WWE Network, not to make this a US versus UK kind of deal, but in the US you pay $9.99. You pay $9.99. Over here, you pay £9.99. That we have to pay more for the network than people in the United States does. I mean, I know we're talking about conversion rates, but it's true. It's true. So those in America, man, don't complain. I think the deal is fantastic. I think the deal works for all of the fans there. So yeah, I don't understand the backlash. The only thing I can assume the backlash is about because people just like to hate WWE. And again, Lord knows I've criticised them, and I'll continue to do it if I don't think. If I'll continue to criticise them if I think that they're doing bad things or they're putting out a bad profit, whatever. But regardless of that, you know, from the fans' perspective, they win. From a WWE's point of view, they get $1 billion over 5 years. From WWE's point of view as well, their network has 1.6 million paid subscribers. Peacock has 22 million signups. It's available in 25 million homes. Potentially, you're looking at a base of possibly 50 million people watching, you know, the WWE Network compared to 1.6. It's a no-brainer. Everything about that deal is a no-brainer. Frankly, I think some people have said to NBC Universal, man, is that really worth it? I mean, you're talking $1 billion. I think the issue is when it comes to streaming services, and I mentioned this yesterday, that look, streaming services, it's just content. You just need content all the time. You just need content because of on-demand content, the way people consume content nowadays, people are just desperate. They need more and more. They want more and more. And ultimately, because you need more and more, you need a constant stream of content. I think Netflix is probably one of the businesses, along with Amazon, that have really thrived through this pandemic because they've had a constant stream of content. Netflix, at the start of the pandemic last year, Tiger King was a phenomenon because everyone was at home and everyone watches Netflix now. They don't really watch TV. They decided, you know what, cable's more expensive than Netflix. I'm going to have Netflix every month. And Tiger King was a phenomenon. So we've branched off into Tiger King already. What we're going to talk about now, though, is Superstar Spectacle because it's just about to start. So we do have some matches announced for the show, actually, that I will touch on. I'm just kind of interested as to what we're going to get. So we've got NXT champion Finn Balor set to face Guru Raaj. Obviously, it's an Indian-based show, so we're going to get a lot of Indian talent on this show, which I'm excited to see. We've got Serena Sandhu and Charlotte Flair facing off against Bayley and Natalya. We've got WWE champion Drew McIntyre returning to the ring to team up with Indus Sher as they battle Jinder Mahal and the Bollywood Boys in a 6-man tag team match. We've got Rey Mysterio teaming up with Ricochet and Giant Sanjir and Dilsha Shanky against Dolph Ziggler, King Corbin, Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Looks like Cesaro and Nakamura are now heels once again. I'm not sure about that. And AJ Styles is facing off against Jeet Rama. So those are the matches that have been announced for tonight's show, or today's show, however you want to call it. So we're just starting up now. Michael Cole is on commentary. Remember to smash a like on the like button if you're enjoying this stream or you're excited for Superstar Spectacle. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right hand corner. Shall we set a subscriber target for today? Let's do that. I don't know how many we're on. We're currently on 2439. So, I mean, if you haven't already, you can be 2440. How great would that be? That would be awesome. So be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Smash a like on the like button. We're just in the opening package right now of Superstar Spectacle. They're showing all the times that WWE has been in India, traveling around. There's a picture of Kane sitting next to a young child there. 2003 level Kane, when he actually could speak. There's the Great Khali as well there. The Big Show with a beard in India. Some of these shots. That's from 2005 John Cena standing in India during his first WWE Championship run. That crowd is insane. Look how many people. This is what I've been saying time and time again about the Indian market. So there have been some people saying, why are they doing this? Why are they making a big deal out of this? Dude, the fandom in India for WWE and pro wrestling is off the charts. Obviously, you've got the population and the economic possibilities of making a lot of money in India and the Indian market. But I'm telling you, in terms of a fandom, there is a otherworldly fandom when it comes to pro wrestling in India. People don't have a clue. They really don't. Other companies have tried to hit that market. You can see WWE here in this opening package. They've tried to hit that market before. They've had some relative success, but nobody's been able to really solidify and hit that market. Impact Wrestling have tried it a ton of times. Impact have done tours over in India. They even tried to do a promotion, Ring Ka King. You remember that in India? But this is WWE's proper, I think, attempt to really make a big impact in India right now. Obviously, they've got the partnership with Sony over there. But this is an attempt to really do something. We've had reports of NXT India starting up soon or wanting to start up something soon. As we see more images of the Great Khali. Obviously, this is what people don't realize when it comes to all of this. Like, say what you will about, say, the Great Khali. Obviously, people, I don't want to say mocked him over, in the United States or in the UK, or whatever, because he was a bad wrestler. He wasn't a great wrestler, but he absolutely served a purpose. He was an attraction. The guy's 7'3". He's a giant of a man, and he is revered in India. He's revered around the world. I remember going to watch a WWE SmackDown taping in 2006, and the Great Khali was there, and everyone, I'm not even exaggerating, everyone was excited to see the Great Khali. Not because he was going to have a great match, because he was a giant man that no one had ever seen the size of in person before. He was an attraction. So for me, I was never one to criticize the Great Khali because he served a purpose. He absolutely served a purpose. He was an attraction. He was an attraction. Was he a great worker? Of course he wasn't, and he was never going to be. But I question if he should have been world champion. That's another question. But he absolutely served a purpose. As in this promo package right now, we're seeing some of the Indian talent that's going to be competing tonight at Superstar Spectacle. As I mentioned, this had been already taped, so spoilers have been out there. I haven't watched them, read them rather. I don't care for reading spoilers and stuff like that at this point. When you're younger, you probably do, but now we've got nothing but time at this period of time, especially we're in the UK. We're in a lockdown, so what's the point in ruining the show, right? What's the point in ruining the show? Brian says, I'm gonna watch this show. Then football. Roman Abramovich sacked Lampard. Our owner don't play about. We're coming for you, Man United. I don't think so, Brian. Rafael Rivera says, I agree with you. It's just about profit for WWE. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, smash a like if you're excited for WWE Superstar Spectacle. As we've got this lengthy promo opening package coming to an end now. As you can see, WWE mixing a hybrid of current WWE superstars with these Indian talent. We've got some Thunder, because we're in the ThunderDome, right? ThunderDome, get it? It works, ThunderDome. So we're in the ThunderDome right now, hosting Superstar Spectacle. There was so much misinformation about this, really, wasn't there? Oh, it's going to be hosted in the ThunderDome, or it's going to be hosted in the Capital Wrestling Center. Well, I can confirm for you right there, that is WWE Superstar Spectacle in the ThunderDome. So this is big. This is big. This is a big opportunity for WWE. This is WWE looking to, really make a footprint. As I mentioned, they're looking to do something big, looking to do something, make a big impression in the Indian market. Superstar Spectacle is now officially live on the air, and we have Finn Balor making his way out to the ring. NXT champion Finn Balor. So we've got some NXT representation. First time Finn Balor's been inside the WWE ThunderDome as well. You kind of almost forget that Finn Balor was on the main roster for a little bit, because he feels so tied to NXT at this point. But yeah, we've got some NXT representation. I wish more events started off like this. I wish more events started off with some NXT representation. Why not? Why can't we have that? Great to see Finn Balor though back in action, of course. He returned to action a couple of weeks ago at the New Year's Evil event, defending his NXT Championship against Kyle O'Reilly. He had been out with a broken jaw during that match at NXT TakeOver 31 against Kyle O'Reilly, where he originally broke his jaw. But Finn Balor is back in action. And he's going to be facing, I do have the match card in front of me right now, he's going to be facing Guru Raaj. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what they do in terms of, are they going to put over some of these sort of Indian talent here on the show? Because I was thinking this going into it, because obviously it's great. They're showcasing the Indian talent. That's awesome. If you're having matches and the Indian talent loses in every match, how does that put over or create these stars with the home audience? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, really, does it? So I don't think Guru Raaj is going to beat Finn Balor here. But we've got Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Shazroz Ali on commentary. Shiraz Ali, their Hindi announcer, is joining Michael Cole and Corey Graves. They're dressed in what I would assume is traditional Indian wear. I think, is it Republic Day in India right now? If you're Indian, you're in the chat, you can let me know. Yeah, Republic Day, Corey Graves has just confirmed there. I mean, this is great. It's great. It's got a great look. And it's certainly WWE. Look, they're making an effort. There's no doubt about it. Look, they are making a proper effort into getting these Indian talents over. Now we're going into a promo package, a vignette for Guru Raaj, calling him Indian High Flyer. We're seeing some footage of him right now. This is important. This is important. Obviously, look, we've got an Indian audience watching today, because it's being broadcast in India on Sony. I'm sure they'll do great numbers, given that it's a national holiday as well. But also you've got the world watching. You haven't not just got the Indian audience watching. You've got people like me over here in the UK, people in the United States tuning into the network right now. You've got a lot of people tuning in, so they've got to introduce these characters to us as we're seeing the journey. This is going to be incredibly inspiring as well. So. And also as well, I think it's noticeable and it's interesting to see which talent that they're pairing them up against as well. Yes, you've got Guru Raaj, but they're putting him there against someone like Finn Balor. Why? Because Finn Balor is this experienced, travel-tested NXT champion. They're putting them in there with a safe pair of hands. These are very smart. Look at all the pairings going up and down the card. You've got Guru Raaj versus Finn Balor. You've got Serena Sandhu teaming up with Charlotte Flair to face off against Bayley and Natalya. Three of the most experienced female performers on the roster. You've got Drew McIntyre and Indus Sher. There was criticism that they were a bit green, frankly, but they're in there with Drew McIntyre, Jinder Mahal, and the Bollywood Boys. So, again, experienced workers in there. And it's the same for the 8-man tag and going up against AJ Styles later on in the evening. So, it's certainly great. Wrestling Universal says, how's it going, mate? I'm not too bad. How are you doing? Hope everyone is doing well. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Smash a like if you're excited for Superstar Spectacle as well. Wrestling Universal says, were you watching this? Are you saying where? Am I watching this? Where am I watching this? Obviously, if you're in India, I believe it's on the Sony channels. If you're around the world, it is on the WWE Network streaming exclusively. So be sure to subscribe to the network if you haven't already. If you're in the United States, you'll be moving over to Peacock soon. If you're around the world, it's going to be staying the same. You can get your 30-day free trial. That will include Sunday's Royal Rumble, which we are doing a watch-along for as well. So be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and you'll be notified when we go live on Sunday for the Royal Rumble watch-along. But we've got NXT champion Finn Balor against Guru Raaj here. As we're starting up, Finn Balor's got looks like a wrist lock, but it's been reversed by Guru Raaj. Here we go. It's going to be interesting to see. Is Balor going to really put over Raaj here? I guess he would. I think that's the point, isn't it? That's absolutely the point. But we've got some chain wrestling to start off here. And Balor's wrestling Raaj down to the mat, working on the shoulder, it looks like, here to start off here. Sanku Kelzer says, hello, I am from India. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying Republic Day over there in India. And enjoying Superstar Spectacle. It's certainly a big event. It's a big push by WWE to get a real big footprint in the Indian market. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the show. I enjoy when WWE does stuff that's different. So we've had Finn Balor and Guru Raaj have a bit of a standoff here after some chain wrestling to open this one up. I do expect Finn Balor to win. But this is a moment. This is a big moment for Guru Raaj. Side headlock by Finn Balor now in the middle of the ring. Now, they mentioned that Guru Raaj is a high flyer. So I do expect to see some high-flying offense from Guru Raaj, some dives, and that kind of stuff. One thing that's bothering me already is, obviously, as I mentioned, this is taped. It's not live or anything like that. And you can see Michael Cole talking in the background, calling the action, and it doesn't sync up to what he's actually saying because, obviously, he's dubbed over this in some lines as well. That always bothers me. Whenever they do a tape show, always bothers me when they use the camera angle that shows that that Michael Cole is talking, or the commentators is talking, but it doesn't line up. I know it's a bugbear, and I know it's me nitpicking stuff. It always annoys me. But once again, Guru Raaj has Finn Balor side headlock now in the middle of the ring. Balor on his back, but he's now going to get back to his feet. Slow start to this one. I think that means we're going to get up to a fast pace. I mean, I say slow start. We've got some chain wrestling. It's going to get some high-flying offense. Beautiful side headlock takeover once again by Guru Raaj, which is interesting. I think if you show the fundamentals, people will respect you a lot quicker. Or Guru Raaj nearly got caught there as well. But certainly a cautious start on commentary as well. The WWE ThunderDome is full of people as always. And we've got a nice colour scheme as well going on. Obviously, we've got some basis on the Indian flag, the green, the white, and the orange there. There we go. Finn Balor shoots him off the ropes. Guru Raaj, some flip, looked a bit clunky there. Balor rolls through and basement drop kick to the face there of Guru Raaj. Oh, we're going to ad breaks. We've got ad breaks. Oh, man. Oof. Oh, no, now we're back. What's going on here? They went to an ad break and they just came back to nothing. I'm guessing, are we going to have ad breaks in... You can let me know if you're in India if there's going to be ad breaks on Sony. But there's certainly not going to be on the network, I would think. Maybe they just cut to it and came back. I don't know. Very strange, yeah. But here we go. Finn Balor, goes into the corner, gets into a boot by Guru Raaj. And, big chop. Big chop. He'll go again. Guru Raaj is teeing off on some chops here. A nice reverse elbow as well by Guru Raaj there. He's going to go for a cover. And Balor kicks out. Definitely green. There's no doubt about it that Guru Raaj is green. It's a senton and a kip up, and now a basement drop kick of his own to Finn Balor. But he's definitely green. It's clunky. I can tell that, or you can easily tell that Balor's coaching him through this. As you would expect, Balor's going to call the match. He's way more experienced. But as I mentioned, this is why, and again, he's not being thrown into the corner there. He's going in himself, Guru Raaj. But it's very obvious, as I mentioned, when it comes to the pairing. Look at the pairings on the card here. Obviously, the pairings are about getting people that are names and talented on the card. That's obvious. But also, what is very apparent, I think, right now is that the pairings on this card is to have maybe the greener Indian homegrown talent to face off against people that are experienced. They can be coached and guided through the match. And that's the case here, I think, with Finn Balor. Balor's doing everything he can to make Guru Raaj look like $1 million. Balor's getting his own chops in there as well. Shoots Raaj into the corner, and a running chop there. That was nasty. That looked like it stung. Guru Raaj sling blade. Very nice. Balor looks to be setting something up now. He's in the corner. He's going to do the gun signal. Looks like we might get a basement drop kick into the corner as well. Oh, and a jumping ensiguri there by Guru Raaj. Going to go for a schoolboy. Here we go, Finn Balor's. They do a 2.5 count. Michael Cole is going apoplectic right now to try and get some drama into this one. Balor's playing up that he's a bit stunned here. He's a bit weary. Raaj is going for some kicks to the hamstrings. Looks like I want a bit more emphasis behind him. Here we go. There we go. Now he's putting rapid fire kicks in. Oh, and a kick to the face. Got to go for another one and another kick to Finn Balor. Guru Raaj is showing some fire right now. And Guru Raaj is going to go to the top rope, it looks like. Climbing up to the top rope, top turnbuckle. He's perched up there high. What's he going to go for? Goes for a crossbody, sort of. Balor kicks out at 2. Great facial reactions there by Guru Raaj. He's selling shock. I can't believe it. But he's doing okay. He's definitely green. There's no doubt he's green. But look, if you're green and you're thrust into the spotlight, you can only do what you can do. You know, that comes over time. It's an experience still, isn't it? There's no doubt about that. But Guru Raaj looks like he's in control here. Selling the disbelief, the shock. Oh, he's got Balor up on his shoulder here. What's he going for? Oh, Balor's return. Bang! Beautiful inverted DDT there. There we go. Finn Balor's going to go for the shotgun drop kick. Oh, absolutely slingshotted off the ropes there to Guru Raaj. Finn Balor, he's going to climb to the top rope. Guru Raaj is in the drop zone. Looks like we might get a coup de grace here. Balor, coup de grace right to the gut of Guru Raaj. He's not going straight for the pinfall, which is strange. I think he might go for 1916. Balor sets him up. Bang. 1916 DDT. That will be all she wrote. And Finn Balor has defeated Guru Raaj in the opening match of Superstar Spectacle. 1916 DDT. And the NXT champion Finn Balor defeats Guru Raaj. It was an okay match. Okay match to start the show. I don't think anything spectacular. I think Guru Raaj played his part well. I think he did okay. It's obvious, very, very obvious that he's green and he's learning. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I don't think anyone expects him to come in and be absolutely spectacular. That's why he's in the ring with a Finn Balor. That's why he's in with someone that experienced. You have to remember Finn Balor is on NXT as well. He's at the Performance Center with Guru Raaj, so I'm sure that they went through this match over and over and over again several times at the Performance Center to ensure that it was TV ready, and they got it right. I think he did a decent job, Guru Raaj, considering the circumstances. It was an okay match, nothing special, but I think he put in a good account of himself. He did everything he could okay, and that's all we can ask for. That's all we can ask for. No shocking result, and it was the right thing to do. Balor gave him some offense. Balor gave him some attempted false finishes in some close calls, whether it was a schoolboy or anything like that. But Finn Balor gets the victory. 1916 DDT for the win. Be sure to smash a like on the like button if you're happy that Finn Balor defeated Guru Raaj. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner as well. We're doing the Royal Rumble watch along on Sunday. Smash that notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live on Sunday too. And Finn Balor's extending his hand to Guru Raaj there. A sign of respect in the middle of the ring. During the pandemic, I'd rather it was a fist bump or an elbow bump. But it's the handshake. Oh, we got the 8K cameras. Nice. Those 8K cameras are awesome. How great are those 8K cameras? They were originally the Fox cameras that they were using for the NFL games on Fox. And now they've just appeared on every bit of WWE programming. They've appeared on Raw, SmackDown, now Superstar Spectacle. as we you can see a graphic on the screen right now, McIntyre and Indus Shield versus Jinder Mahal and the Bollywood Boys. Looks like Ric Flair's going to be in the corner of Indus Shield and Drew McIntyre as well. I think we're running through the card now for the rest of the night. Jinder Mahal's back though. Jinder Mahal returns to WWE television, in-ring action. Of course, he returned, was it just after WrestleMania last year? Appeared on a couple of episodes of Raw, and then he was on the shelf once again due to a knee injury. Had complications from his return, but McIntyre is back. We're kind of getting Jinder Mahal is back rather. So we're kind of getting the Jinder Mahal Drew McIntyre match that we've always wanted. So this is going to be excited. So we're seeing a promo package now for Giant Sanjay, I think. So we're seeing a promo package talking about his, they lost his parents when he was 14 years old. Man, he is a giant man. He's one big dude. Looks put together as well. I mean, he's a good guy. I mean, if he can learn to work, I mean, he's an intimidating force. They're talking about the great Khali, talking about Khali being the first ever Indian World Heavyweight Champion in WWE history. And he looks to be a similar size to the great Khali. This guy's got to be 7 foot tall. He's a giant man. Hence the name Giant Sanjay. There's no doubt about that. You know for a fact that Vince McMahon, if he gets a look at this Giant Sanjay, he's going to look at him and say, okay, I like the look of this man. Vince McMahon, regardless of the fact we're in 2021, if he sees a guy that's 7 foot tall and he can walk, he'll put him on TV, look at Omos. So that's the case. Here comes Rey Mysterio. I think he's got the 8K camera entrance as well. That camera is just awesome. How great is that camera that they use for those 8K entrance? Rey Mysterio still looks great as well. Of course, he had an injury towards the end of last year. He's fully recovered now. It's weird what he's doing on SmackDown at the moment. Not a lot. Obviously, he's doing the stuff with his family. I don't know. Is Aaliyah still going out with Murphy? Are they still an item? They disappeared from TV for a little bit. But Rey Mysterio is in the ring. I'm guessing he's going to be part of the Royal Rumble match on Sunday too. As we have an 8-man tag team match coming up next. We have Rey Mysterio teaming up with Ricochet, with Giant Sanjay, Dilsha Shanky. They're going up against Dolph Ziggler, King Corbin, Cesaro, and Shinsuke Nakamura. So I'm going to be interested to see what's happening here, because this is the second time that they went to commercial and they come straight back. And they just air on the network. I would assume, I don't know if this is right, but I would assume that on Sony in India right now, you can let me know in the chat if this is the case, that they do actually go to commercial. Because I don't think, I think that might mean that the network feed is actually way ahead of the Sony feed in India right now. I could be wrong, I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. As Ricochet just makes his entrance, does the springboard moonsault pose. Looks great doing it, there's no doubt about it. Ricochet's a strange one, isn't he? There's been lots of talk about him at the moment. His contract situation, is he going to be leaving WWE? He's not. He signed a new contract with WWE when he made his main roster debut. It's one of those 5-year contracts they were handing out at the time. So Ricochet ain't going anywhere anytime soon. So Ricochet, for better or for worse, is under WWE contract. He's going to be on WWE television. So we're going to see way more of Ricochet. Obviously, he's been criminally mismanaged and misused. Should have been used better, should have been used, and there's still time. I always say this when it comes to Ricochet. Look, this guy, he's not perfect. He isn't perfect. I think some of the people, when they talk about Ricochet, they don't look at not the faults, but they don't look at certain elements of him, in the sense that Ricochet, in terms of his promo ability, he ain't the best on the mic. He isn't. Now, I know the argument to that is, well, you know, it's the stuff that's written for him, it's the verbiage, it's the promos that are in for him. That's true. The whole real-life superhero stuff was an issue. For me, I found it so cheesy, so boring, and so cornball, but you have to make it work. And that's been the issue, I think, for Ricochet, is that his promo abilities have not been working. But this is a guy that is obviously incredibly talented in the ring. And as I'm now seeing the entrance for Dilsha Shanky, here comes Shanky. He's got the hair over his face. And again, he looks like a big man. Dilshay Shanky. And here comes Giant Sanjaya. I think this is the man people really want to see. I mean, Dilshay Shanky isn't exactly a small man either. But he's 340 pounds. He looks put together. There's no doubt about it. My God, my word. I mean, Giant Sanjaya is 7'2". Dilshay Shanky is 7 foot. These are two very big gentlemen. What a tag team they could be. Imagine that as a tag team, and they put them as tag team partners against two of the smallest guys on the roster in Rey Mysterio and Ricochet. These are giant men. I was thinking that when Shanky came out, I was like, man, he doesn't look like... When Giant Sanjaya came out, my initial thought was, hey, not at all. It's because Dilshay Shanky is huge too. He's 7 foot. Giant Sanjaya is 7'2". Impressive as all how. Giant Sanjaya as well is 7'2", but he's put together. He looks in great shape. I think what people might say about Shanky is maybe he needs to sort out the physique a little bit. That might be my only criticism of the appearance. But man, oh man, I mean, just the look alone is super impressive. I would be very, very surprised if they don't make it to WWE TV. Regardless of how good or not they are in the ring. The fact that they are 7 foot, 7'2", pretty much gets you a shot on WWE television, frankly. And especially as they look to hit the Indian market, I think that's going to be the case. Dolph Ziggler's out. Here comes King Corbin. Do we have the Knights of the Lone Wolf with him? It doesn't look like it this time. What I find humorous about King Corbin, because he's worn this ring attire before, and this always makes me chuckle when it comes to King Corbin's ring attire that he's wearing. He's wearing this gear, and it's the sort of classic stuff you would expect with kings, like the half black, half gold kind of thing. But it reminds me of a court jester. He doesn't look royal. You look like a court jester. You look like Harley Quinn. Here comes Cesaro, which again is interesting because on SmackDown I felt like Cesaro and Nakamura have been babyfaces recently, and this wasn't taped that long ago as far as I'm aware. Here comes Shinsuke Nakamura, and he's got the Rising Sun theme back on, which I love to hear. The Rising Sun's back. Here comes Shinsuke Nakamura. He just turns on his team. He's the babyface in this. Why is he on a heel tag team? I do find it interesting as well that so they've brought back the Rising Sun entrance theme, which of course I love. I love that entrance theme, and I'm glad to see that they've brought it back. But this is a period of time as well that they've taken away so many CFOs' entrance themes, whether it's Aleister Black, whether it was Nakamura, whether it was Keith Lee, whether it was whoever. They've taken away all of these CFO themes because obviously there was the royalty rights issue that WWE felt that they had a bad deal with the CFOs and they didn't want them to be played on WWE television because they felt that they had to pay them too much money. So they were taking away all of these entrance themes. Seth Rollins was another example of that. And it's interesting that they've brought back the Rising Sun, which is a CFO's theme. So they are willing to bring it back in certain exceptions. So that is very interesting. So it's Dolph Ziggler and Dilshay Shanky. And Ziggler's looking to do a single leg takedown. That's not working. He's going to be thrown into the corner. And he's kicking Ziggler in the gut. Some big right hands as well. Yeah, the size of this man. Look at the size of his feet. He's huge. In comes Nakamura. Just hits Shanky on the back. He's going to throw him into the corner as well. Here we go. Shanky's going to work on both. Big splash in the corner. You've certainly got the right guy in there in Dolph Ziggler to sell this offense. Dolph Ziggler could sell a broomstick. Here comes Giant Sanjaya. He's going to do a big, oh my God, a chop to the chest of Shinsuke Nakamura. And that was a chop. Whoa. In comes King Corbin. Now he's in the corner. You've got Corbin, Nakamura, and Ziggler in the corner. And a big splash by Giant Sanjaya. This man is impressive. He's impressive as all hell. I'm sure his offense ain't going to be great, but look, he's an attraction like no other. Man, oh man. Cesaro came in the ring with Sanjaya and Shanky stood in the ring. Underneath him was Ricochet and Rey Mysterio. Man, they are impressive. There's no doubt. They are super, super impressive. Cesaro dropping elbow drops on Rey Mysterio. And here we go. Oh, nice. Cesaro had Mysterio over the top rope and a knee to the gut by Shinsuke Nakamura as well. Nakamura now in the ring with Rey Mysterio. You know what? I really thought that Shanky and Giant Sanjay, they were incredibly impressive. I'm already excited to see them back in the ring. I already want to see them get back in the ring. I thought they were great. There's no doubt they're going to be involved in the finish. I think they're definitely going to get the victory in this one. Corbin with the right hand to Rey Mysterio there. Nahal Kamwa says, hi, how you doing? If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, smash a like if you're enjoying WWE Superstar Spectacle, wherever you're watching it around the world. I think this match is interesting. This match is such an attraction. I enjoyed the opener between Balor and Guru Raaj, but frankly, I think this one already just seems like such a spectacle already. It is Superstar Spectacle. I know we've got spectacle on the brain, but it does feel like something bigger, this one, quite literally, in having Giant Sanjay in there. But man, in comes King Corbin, and everyone's going to attack the baby faces. All of the baby faces hit the floor there as well. Dilsher Shanky took a bump on the outside as well, which is nice. Rey Mysterio's kicking King Corbin off the top rope. Going to go for a Hurricane Rana. King Corbin just bang goes into the middle turnbuckle there too. In comes Ricochet. Well, Hurricane Rana to Dolph Ziggler there. And another drop kick to Dolph Ziggler there. Big drop kick by Ricochet's teeing off on Dolph Ziggler now. Some right hands too. Ricochet with a cover on Dolph Ziggler. Gets a 2 count. The Hindi announcer doesn't look like he has a lot to say during this event. I think I've probably said more than him so far. Ricochet gets hit with a zigzag by Dolph Ziggler there as well. And now Ziggler's going to look like he's going to tag in one of his teammates. In comes Cesaro, goes straight for a cover, gets a 2 count. Obviously, that makes sense. I mean, it is the Ricochet. Ricochet is a zigzag. It is his finishing maneuver after all. John Elite for Life says, did Dolph borrow John Morrison's entrance jacket during his entrance earlier? I mean, I didn't notice. I don't know. Maybe he did. I didn't notice that. Super chats are open, by the way. You can do contribute to the channel. Any amount is appreciated if you click the dollar sign. Giant Sanjay's in the ring. He's cleaning house. He's picking up Cesaro like he's just nothing, like he's a small child. Just a giant man. Dilsher Shanky's in as well. Oh, huge elbow drop. Goes for a cover. Slow count by the ref as well, but gets broken up by Nakamura, Corbin, and Ziggler. They're doing everything to put the guys over, which is, I think, their role in this whole event. These main roster stars. Giant Sanjay just throws everyone off him, headbutts Nakamura. Here we go. He's going to throw Corbin straight over the top rope. I wonder if any of these stars will appear in the Rumble after their appearance tonight. Ricochet's telling Giant Sanjay to throw him. Here we go. He picks him up. Oh my word. Ricochet's got to be like 7... Oh my word. He just threw Ricochet to the outside. What a throw. That was awesome. Cesaro, there goes Sanjay. He's onto the outside now. Gets ready for the Rumble. Oh, and a big boot by Shanky. Cesaro's in the position now. Looks like we're going to go for a 619. Rey Mysterio bounces off the ropes. Hits a 619 on the Swiss Cyborg. Big clothesline by Shanky. Top rope. Mysterio is going to climb on the shoulders of Shanky. Oh my word, he's 7 feet in the air. He's on the shoulders. Look how high up in the air he is. And a big splash. Mysterio 2, 3 gets the victory. What a fun match. I enjoyed that. What a fun match. Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Giant Sanjay, and Dilsha Shanky get the victory. That was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that one. Ricochet's on the shoulders of Giant Sanjay. Rey Mysterio's on the shoulders of Shanky. He said, it looks like Match Around Miss Elizabeth. This is insane. That was great. How much fun is that? Matches don't have to be a technical masterpiece all the time. They don't have to be, knock down, drag out brawls. They just need to be fun sometimes. That was a lot of fun. Sometimes with those tag team matches, these 8-man, 6-man tag team matches, they can be a lot of fun. And that's exactly what that match was. That was a lot of fun. I thought Sanjay and Shanky, looked great. I think they looked really good. Obviously, they had their weaknesses hidden, and they extenuated the positives, as it were, but I thought they looked great. I really enjoyed that. Love the pairing with them and Ricochet as well. I thought they looked awesome. They'll be on WWE TV one day. There's no doubt in my mind. Look at the size of them. Look at that image of Shanky holding Rey Mysterio like he's matching about in Mysterio's Miss Elizabeth. That's great. That's awesome. Ricochet is literally like 7.5 foot in the air. It's madness. As we're back with an on-camera with Michael Cole and Corey Graves and the WWE Hindi announcer. But what a fun match. I really enjoyed that. If you enjoyed that match, smash a like on the like button. That was a lot of fun. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. That was great. I thought that was awesome. I don't want to seem like I'm really surprised, but it was... You never know what you're going to get, right? You never know what you're going to get. But that was a lot of fun. Definitely really enjoyed that one. As we go into another WWE VT, we can see WWE's helping the community with that one. But it was a lot of fun, that match. Really enjoyed that 8-man tag. Sometimes 8-man tag team matches can become a bit of a cluster. Sometimes they can get too crowded. Sometimes they can get too much. You name it. But that was the perfect example, I think, of what sometimes those 8-man tags can be. Those multi-man matches. They can be a lot of fun. They can be matches that end in a great finish, a fun finish. You can have some fun spots like Ricochet being thrown to the outside by Giant Sanjay. You can have the fun spot of Rey Mysterio doing the splash off the shoulders of Shanky, and the image at the end of it of Rey Mysterio being held up like Miss Elizabeth on the shoulder of Shanky, and Ricochet on the shoulders of Giant Sanjay. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that one too, because I thought that was great. That was great. As we're seeing members of the WWE Universe in the WWE ThunderDome. But here comes AJ Styles, which means we're going to get AJ Styles versus Jeet Rama coming up next. It's been a fun show so far. I don't know how long we're expecting it to go in terms of length. Man, look at the pyro. There's a lot of pyro for AJ Styles there. I can barely see the ThunderDome due to the smoke. And here's another guy that's 7 foot tall. It's AJ Styles with Omos. It's funny, was almost for a while. Now he's Omos. But we've had a lot of giant men on this show. We've had Giant Sanjay. We've had Dilsha Shanky. Now we've got Omos. Some big men coming forward. They're just dwarfing some of the smaller members on the roster, quite literally. John Elite for Life says, are Giant Sanjay and Dilsha Shanky the same height as Omos or taller than him? I don't know. I think, isn't it, Omos is 7'3", I think. So I think Giant Sanjay is pretty much the same height. But Shanky's 7 foot. So there's a couple of inches in it. Not that it matters. They still dwarf any normal human being. But, I mean, how great would that be? You could do the Monster Mash Battle Royals again. You remember those from the days in ECW? You'd have the Monster Mash Battle Royal. You'd have the likes of Khali versus Big Daddy V versus Kane versus Mark Henry. Oh, there's a backstage promo now with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. As we see the mafia boss that is Roman Reigns. We were promised we were going to get an appearance by Roman Reigns, so he's cutting a promo right now on Superstar Spectacle. He's talking about the responsibility to put food on the table of his family and all of the other families of WWE superstars as well. Roman Reigns certainly had some comments made about Paul Heyman recently. He said he wants to work with Heyman for the rest of his career, didn't he? He said that he doesn't envisage himself not working with Paul Heyman in the future. as we go back into the arena and we see AJ Styles with Amos. I've probably done about 10 different pronunciations of his name already. It's Amos, isn't it? I can just never pronounce it right. As we see announcing a promo package for Jeet Rama. If I recall correctly, because I feel like I've seen him compete at least once before on NXT. I might be wrong, but I think we've seen him a couple of times in NXT. I think it's fascinating when you see... that's awesome. When you see this heritage wrestling in India, that's great. They're literally like almost like Greco-Roman wrestling in mud. And I always find it fascinating when WWE, they'll do these scouting tours. They'll go around the world. You can see there, WWE is going to this traditional wrestling event in India there and scouting for talent. How great is that? You see William Regal and he's there, and that's awesome. Looked to be in great shape as well, Jeet Rama. And obviously, if he's got a history, if his background is in that Greco-Roman style wrestling, then I would assume that's what we're going to probably see going forward in the ring tonight on Superstar, or today, wherever you are, on Superstar Spectacle. I would assume we're probably going to see some suplexes, some tackles to the floor. And look, he's in there with AJ Styles. If anyone can make anyone look good, it's AJ Styles. Again, it's the same as Finn Balor earlier tonight. You've got some very, very, very experienced people in there. The pairings, the matchups, they all make sense. Why do they make sense? Because you're putting them in there with someone that's going to make them look good. Because they are going to be green in certain cases. And that was the case earlier tonight. Jeet Rama's getting the 8K camera entrance as well. Getting the explanation that Jeet means victory and power. Used to be a big guy as well. Those slouch, bigger than AJ Styles. I mean, imagine as well. Look, if you're from India and you can see someone from your home country facing off against a global superstar like AJ Styles, how great is that as well? It's awesome. It's great. So here's AJ Styles versus Jeet Rama. A match you never thought you'd probably see. Styles, they've gone a collar and elbow tie. Styles been straight back into the corner there. And a clean break by Rama. Certainly has the catch wrestling and Greco-Roman style. Let's see if we're going to see it in this match. Styles goes for a duck under. A side headlock. Managed to get a side headlock. Amos likes what he sees at ringside. Broken easily, and a nice arm sort of throw there, arm drag kind of move. Going to work on the shoulder of AJ Styles. Styles gets back to his feet, backed into the corner by Jeet Rama. Looks like we're going to get another clean break, I would think. Styles, though, manages to throw him into the corner. Naivety. Kind of missed the back into the corner there. That's much better, much snugger. Shoulders in the corner. Jeet's down to his knees. Styles sends Rama into the other corner. Bang! Head right into the top rope. Looks a bit of a schoolboy here. Kicks out at 2. A nice kick to the... It looked like it was going to be a kick to the hamstring. Turned out it was going to kick to the hip by AJ. Catches him. Jeet Rama, here we go. Backs him into the corner. And he's going to have some shoulders to the gut of his own. 3 big shoulders to the gut. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Smash a like if you're enjoying Superstar Spectacle on the WWE Network. And another arm drag throw there. Again, going to go for that catch wrestling Greco-Roman style. They're going to incorporate it. Working on the arm, working on the shoulder of AJ. That looks to be the psychology in this one from Jeet Rama. AJ Styles, though, thumb to the eye, rake to the eyes. Manages to break the submission, illegally, of course. AJ, oh, big right hand. But Jeet Rama's going to go for another one. Want to snug up those punches. Oh, he throws Jeet Rama through the second rope to the outside of the ring. Again, it's the same, obviously, I think, as the Finn Balor match earlier on in the show. It's the same as when Balor faced Guru Raaj. There's no doubt that Jeet Rama looks to be green. There's no doubt about it. But he's in there against the right guy. He's in there against the right guy that's going to make him look great. AJ, before we went to commercial there, hit his forearm to the outside as we're actually in a commercial break on the network right now. Actually, a commercial break, I'm assuming, for Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg Sunday at the Royal Rumble. We will be doing Royal Rumble watch along on Sunday, so be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Click the notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live. You'll also be notified when we do preview and predictions, which is going to go up on Saturday. We're going to be doing match previews on Sunday, the day of the Rumble as well. We've got you covered completely when it comes to Royal Rumble coverage as we start this road to WrestleMania. It's going to be WrestleMania season, and we'll be covering it all here at WrestleNews 365. So be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Be sure to smash a like on this stream as well if you like these kind of things and want to see more of them going forward. As we're back at Superstar Spectacle, and AJ Styles has a side headlock on Jeet Rama in the middle of the ring. Styles is in control of that one. Amas is ringside looking menacing as always with his turtleneck. Raaj trying to fight, or Jeet Rama rather, trying to fight out of it. A big right hand again. Here we go. 3 right hands sends AJ Styles to the canvas. Jeet Rama's going to go for a throw. Almost like an underhook kind of throw there. Looks like he's going to go for another one. Jeet Rama going for another throw. Goes for the exact same throw again. That's 2 consecutive throws on Styles. Styles doing what he can to make Rama look like this devastating catch wrestler. Jeet Rama looks a bit gassed at the moment. Goes for a back suplex. Styles counters though. Some elbows to the back of the neck. Oh, stiff forearm. And a kick to the hamstring by AJ Styles. Sends Rama to one knee. Got to go for a German suplex by Rama. Goes for... Oh, he goes for a goes for a pinfall actually. Styles, he just get a 2 count because Styles gets his foot on the second rope. Styles doing everything put the kid over. He's doing everything to make the kid look great. As we see a replay of that German suplex there. And Styles is crawling to the corner. He's struggling. He's selling the offense massively of Jeet Rama. Styles gets a boot up though to Rama. He's going to go to the top rope. It looks like Styles is actually standing on the middle rope. Oh, and a big right hand. And Styles is all tied up in the ropes in the turnbuckle there. Rama's got Styles up. Jeet Rama's going all the way to the top rope. Are we going to get a suplex on the top? AJ slips under. Oh. And pulls Rama off the ropes. Rama just hits his face and his neck or something like that on the ropes. The ropes are still shaking from the impact of that. Amas is still lingering on, looking menacing at ringside. As you see here in the replay, pulls him off. His head just smashes into the turnbuckle. That looked nasty. Drop toe hold into the second turnbuckle as well. AJ Styles has a bit of space now. Gets him up. Is he going to go for an Ushigoroshi? Something like that. There we go. Ushigoroshi right to the back of the neck of Jeet Rama. Jeet Rama kicks out too though. Styles is selling the disbelief. I can't believe he kicked out of the move that no one kicks out of. Corey trying to bring in Shiraz once again on commentary because he's not saying much. You know, get involved, get involved. AJ is going to set up for the Styles clash. It looks like it'll be interesting to see if he can get him up. I don't think he can. I would assume he'd probably go for a phenomenal forearm. It probably looks like. Jeet's backed him into the corner. He's going to do some shoulders to the gut again. Here we go. Styles has rolled through. Calf crusher, that could be it. Submission's in. Calf crusher. I would assume this will be it. Jeet Rama is selling the effects of it. He's not going to give up just yet. Oh, now he hooks it in. This is going to be it. Jeet Rama. Oh, he's grabbed the toes. That's going to be it. He's going to try and break the leg of Jeet Rama. Man, he's hanging in there for a while. Styles is hooking and pushing on it hard. Calf crusher is locked in. Jeet Rama is not tapping. I don't know if this is going to be the finish here. I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be. Jeet Rama's going to try and grab the head, I think, or hair of Styles. And he does. Bang. He slams AJ Styles' head into the canvas. He's going to do it again. It's not the finish. I thought it was going to be the finish there. Jeet Rama's got some fight left in him. Manages to break the calf crusher from AJ Styles. Both men are now down in the middle of the ring. It's obviously still selling the effects of the leg injury from the calf crusher. This will go to show his ability to sell. He's trying to get back to 1 foot. Trying to sell the injury. AJ goes straight for the leg once again. Single leg. Grabs the throat of AJ Styles. Does Jeet Rama. Styles. Beautiful belly to belly kind of throw there to the side by Jeet Rama. Again, they're showing the catch wrestling style. The Greco-Roman throws. AJ's trying to keep some distance between himself and Rama here. But Rama's following him. Puts AJ back on the top rope. Jeet's going to try whatever he was going for earlier. I think it was a superplex or something like that. It looks like it's going to be from the second rope. He's going to go for a belly to belly. But almost prevents AJ Styles from falling off the top rope. That's why he's at ringside. Just one hand grabs him like that. AJ stays on the top rope. Jeet Rama doesn't. So it looks like AJ might get the victory here from some assistance by Amos. Styles now going to go to the top rope. Phenomenal forearm. That it should be all she wrote. 1, 2, 3, and the hand in the face of Jeet Rama as well for his own liking. AJ Styles gets the victory with a huge assist from Amos there. But I think a decent match. I think it was the same as Finn Balor's match earlier on this evening. I think it was the same as Finn Balor's match earlier on this evening against Guru Raaj, in the sense that obviously the pairing was very important there. The pairing was very important that AJ Styles was in there. Jeet Rama was in there with someone like an AJ Styles who could carry him through the whole match. He would sell for him. Obviously looks credible as well. You got some offense in against him. But most importantly, it was to make the match work. This is going to be an event. This is an event that's going to be viewed by a lot of people. It's being viewed on Sony in India. It's being viewed around the world on the WWE Network. What's important is that it's a television-ready match. And people like Jeet Rama and Guru Raaj, in terms of their ability in the ring, they might not be ready for prime time just yet, but if you're putting there against an AJ Styles or against a Finn Balor, they'll get you over the line. That's the best way of having you have a great match, is against a talent like an AJ Styles or a Finn Balor. And in the same way that Finn Balor shook the hand of Guru Raaj earlier, AJ Styles is applauding Jeet Rama, and Jeet Rama is saluting AJ Styles back. So you've got the heel giving a bit of props to the babyface there. So I think it was a decent match. I think the best match so far, without a shadow of a doubt, was the 8-man tag. As it looks like we're going to have some women's tag team action coming up next. As it looks like we're going to have Charlotte Flair and Serena Santu facing off against Bayley and Natalya. Or possibly we could have the 6-man tag team match as well. That's still to come tonight, with the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre teaming up with Indus Sher. It looks like a lot of Ric Flair in the corner as well, to face Jinder Mahal and the Bollywood Boys. One thing I will say though is that the Shiraz Ali, the commentator, I think is no thanks. I think he's terrible. As good as a commentator. As a commentator, he's just said he's out of words. Okay, that's good. That's good as a commentator. I'm out of words. I'm at a loss for words. It's kind of your job. Your job is to actually have words, which is probably that is a slight issue. Be sure to like and subscribe. Subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Smash a like on the like button. Really just help us out here on YouTube. Go up the rankings, get into people's recommendation feeds if they haven't seen our videos previously. As I mentioned, we will be doing a watch along for Survivor Series on Sunday. So if you haven't subscribed, now is the best time, because we will be live on Sunday to see all the surprises, the ups and downs that come with Survivor Series, Royal Rumble. What am I talking about? I'm at a loss for words. Sandy Kamar says, hi everyone. Noob and Co says, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Sandy says, love from India. Hope you're enjoying Republic Day. I hope you're enjoying Superstar Spectacle as well. If you are, smash a like on the like button too. as we're seeing a promo package, a vignette right now on Indus Sher. It was interesting because Indus Sher were heavily featured in NXT last year, weren't they? For a brief period. They were paired up with Malcolm Bivens. Obviously, there was the issue with the spoiling of the Keith Lee double championship victory, where one of Indus Sher put it on social media a week before it was happened because it was taped, and they went off of TV shortly after that. But it's great to see him back. Looks like we're going to see Big E. Or we're going to see all of the New Day, it looks like. Here comes the New Day. I wonder if Kofi Kingston will be there. Again, it depends when this was filmed. Obviously. Here comes, it's just Big E and Xavier Woods. No Kofi Kingston, of course, he's currently on the shelf. He's currently on the injured reserve list as he is recovering from a broken jaw. Doesn't look like Kofi Kingston's going to be at the Royal Rumble on Sunday as well, which sucks. I mean, he's missed the Royal Rumble, right? But you've got Raw's Xavier Woods, SmackDown's Big E, the Intercontinental Champion Big E. But we've got the New Day. It looks like the New Day are going to be in a tag team match. Has that been announced? Are we going to have them in a match? I don't think so. Looks like it's going to be a segment, doesn't it? But we see Xavier Woods and Big E there. Big E and Xavier Woods celebrating Republic Day there. Of course, to all of my Indian viewers, everyone that's from India, happy Republic Day. Hope you're enjoying the day. As Xavier Woods and Big E are currently cutting a promo about WWE Superstar Spectacle. Good to see Xavier Woods and Big E back together. Of course, they're obviously on separate brands right now, but this is the point I used to always make about the New Day. That people say, "Oh, you're splitting up the New Day." You're not. Now, Big E was about to introduce someone, but out come the Street Profits. I don't think the Street Profits were who Big E and Xavier Woods were going to introduce, but nevertheless, here come the Street Profits. Montez Ford's got a giant hat on. Noob & Co says, "I'm doing good. I'm doing a theory tweet regarding last night on Raw regarding a possible character change of Asuka after her match with Alexa Bliss last night. Well, people want to see the more devilish side of Asuka come out, don't they? So maybe it could be a possibility." So I don't really know what this segment is at the moment. It's the Street Profits and the New Day are chatting, I guess, trying to do a bit of comedy. Looks like they're going to do an introduction of whoever they're going to introduce together. Who are they going to introduce? Spinning Cavus, did they say? Right, here they come. We've got the 8K camera as well. That 8K camera is pretty damn awesome, isn't it? That 8K camera is great. I love that 8K camera. Shoot the whole show at it. Obviously can't. Certainly a production upgrade though. As we have some more dancers coming out. It reminds me, like I said, it reminds me of the Jinder Mahal entrance that Jinder Mahal used to have on SmackDown. Do you remember that? The Jinder Mahal WWE Championship celebration he had after he won the WWE Championship at Backlash from Randy Orton in 2017. Still a shocking moment to this day. And they had a celebration like this. Maybe this will lead to it. Who knows? That would mean that the females main event, in which I don't think that'll be the case. I think it'll probably be the McIntyre and Jinder Mahal match. Would be cool though. I'm excited to see Jinder Mahal back tonight though. Very excited to see Jinder Mahal back. Glad to see him, that he's healthy. The guy's a major player. The guy is a former WWE champion, for better or for worse, for whatever you think or dislike or don't like about him, or if you do like him. He's a former WWE champion. He's better being on television than being on the injured reserve. And by all accounts, he's a great guy and he's a talent. He looks great. He looks great. So I'm very excited to see Jinder Mahal return to WWE tonight. I think it's very exciting, and I look forward to his match against his match with the Bollywood boys against Jinder Mahal, against Drew McIntyre and Indus Sher. It's going to be an exciting main event. So we still have this dance number going on right now. It does remind me of that Jinder Mahal celebration that we had when he won the WWE Championship. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it? It was a lot of fun seeing the Jinder Mahal celebration. There we go. We got some more dancers in the ring now. This looks to be a full-fledged dancing routine. Well, it's a good time to say, if you are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Smash click on that subscribe button, bottom right hand corner. As I mentioned, we are going to be doing a Royal Rumble watch along on Sunday. We're going to be doing match previews, predictions, all that fun stuff this week, hyping up the Royal Rumble, and then, as I mentioned, this Royal Rumble watch along on Sunday night. So be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Click the notification bell. You'll be notified when a Royal Rumble video goes up this week. You'll also be notified when we go live on Sunday night for the Royal Rumble. It looks like it's going to probably be a very, very long show, but you'll miss nothing if you subscribe. Click the bottom right hand corner. You can watch it along with me on Sunday night. Obviously, these are trying times at the moment, aren't they, for everyone around the world? So for people, if you do live alone, if you are suffering from a lockdown like we are over here in the UK, what better way to join the community? Subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and then we could all watch the Royal Rumble together on Sunday night. Wouldn't that be great? So, yeah, if you're new, subscribe, button right hand corner. Also, smash a like if you're enjoying Superstar Spectacle at the moment. This is, we've got a dance segment going on at the moment. We also have some musical act announced for the Royal Rumble on Sunday, don't we? Is it called Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny? I mean, I will be totally honest, and this might be me now coming across as really old, but don't have a clue who that is. Bad Bunny. Not a clue. I've been subsequently told on social media it's like Latino hip-hop artist kind of guy, but not a clue. Genuinely not a clue. I don't know who that is. And that's not my thing, you know, that kind of, to be honest, it's modern music. That ain't my thing. I'm like, AC/DC. I was buzzing that AC/DC, Shot in the Dark was the theme of Survivor Series back in November. And now we have Bad Bunny appearing at the Royal Rumble, who I don't have a clue who he is. So, that's maybe just me. Maybe I'm not alone in that. Maybe I'm just becoming an old guy at this point. We've still got this dance segment going on in the ring right now. So I was hoping we would see an image of like Michael Cole having a bit of a dance at ringside. Remember, like, was it SummerSlam? Oh, it's got to be 2012 or 2013. Like Kevin Rudolph was singing at that event, and they just cut to ringside, and Michael Cole was like dancing and all this kind of stuff and giving it so, and Jerry Lawler was just shoving him. I wish we had something like that going on. Spinning Canvas with their performance at WWE Superstar Spectacle. Oh, we're going to hear from the Great Khali. We're going to have a Great Khali promo. There is the Great Khali. Great Khali says he's so proud of seeing all of the superstars compete there tonight. And a Great Khali wishes everyone a happy Republic Day. Great Khali cutting a promo in English. I always felt his English was fine. His English is fine. For some reason, WWE, they're so weird about talent from abroad. If they don't if they have a slight accent, not even the fact that if they can't speak English, right? If they have a slight accent, WWE just despises it. Nakamura's the same. Nakamura can speak perfect English. He just has a slight accent because, and maybe to some might be difficult to understand because he's from Japan. So instantly that means, oh, well, you can't cut promos in English. He can. Great Khali can do that. Great Khali can cut promos in English. What's wrong with that? You know, it's accents are accents. People come from all over the world. I have an accent. I've been told recently I have an accent. I have an accent. So, yeah, I always find that bizarre when it comes to WWE like that. Oh, they can't cut promos because they have an accent. Well, duh. Obviously, everyone has an accent. Charlotte Flair's out now, though. So Charlotte Flair is going to be having her tag team match. She's going to be teaming with Serena Santu to face off against Bayley and Natalya. Maybe Asuka has to be worried. Maybe Charlotte Flair's getting a new tag team partner. But we're going to see an Indian female superstar tonight. Obviously, we've seen a couple of homegrown Indian talents. They've both lost. They've both lost. Finn Balor defeated Guru Raaj and AJ Styles defeated Jeet Rama. But maybe, just maybe, I think Serena Santu and Charlotte Flair will probably get the victory in this one over Bayley and Natalya. So we are going to see a homegrown talent actually get a victory tonight, which is a good thing, of course. We're back already. These ad breaks are, well, they're non-existent, are they? But here comes Serena Santu. So she's from Oakland, California. She's a first-generation Indian American. Teaming with one hell of a superstar in Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair's got some Indian flag-inspired gear on, which looks pretty cool as well. Michael Cole mentioning the person who trained Serena Santu was the same person that trained Bayley. Of course, Bayley's from California as well, from San Francisco, California. The same as Serena Santu, who's also from California. Here comes Natalya, though. Natalya, didn't she recently have a slight music change or something like that? Here comes Natalya. She's got a jacket on, but she hasn't got her hands through the through the arms. But it's a jacket obviously inspired by her uncle and her father, Jim, the late Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Oh, we've even got a thing on the screen promoting tryouts. Go to the WWEPerformanceCenter.com, live your dream. So that's where you go. Go to the WWEPerformanceCenter.com, you can become a superstar. Or you can just stay here with me. Subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Smash a like if you're enjoying WWE Superstar Spectacle. It's certainly been an interesting event. And I've enjoyed it so far. I mean, you always enjoy something different. You always enjoy something different, something new. And that's certainly what I'm enjoying. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Smash a like on the like button as well. If you're enjoying Superstar Spectacle, to all of the Indian viewers out there, happy Republic Day. Hope you're enjoying Republic Day with joining us here on Wrestle News 365, watching Superstar Spectacle. As I mentioned, be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We will be doing a Royal Rumble watch-along on Sunday, so if you subscribe, click that notification bell, you'll be notified when we go live on Sunday, and we can all watch the Royal Rumble together. That's what all this difficult time right now is all about. It's about togetherness, about unity, sticking together, helping each other out. And that's what we want to do here on the channel. Build this community, talk about pro wrestling, talk about WWE, our love and passion for pro wrestling and everything involved in it. We upload daily videos talking about WWE, AEW, talk a lot about Impact Wrestling here on the channel as well, and everything in between as we start off this match with Charlotte Flair and Natalya, collar and elbow tie-up. As I mentioned, Charlotte Flair's got some Indian flag-inspired gear on tonight, which looks great. Beautiful counter by Natalya. I mean, Natalya, how long has she been around now? She's been on the main roster for what? When did she make a debut? Like 2007? 2008? I think 2007 actually might be. So she's been on the main roster for what? 13? 14 years? It's incredible. Certainly one of the longest tenured female superstars. It's in WWE history. In WWE history. There's no doubt about it. In comes Bayley. Oh, and a big right hand by Charlotte Flair and some chops now by Charlotte Flair to Bayley. First time we've seen Bayley and Charlotte Flair inside the same ring for a while, if I'm correct. Oh, that's not true, actually. We saw him on Christmas Day. And the thing is, at the moment, the things are moving so quickly. Every day is blurring into one. Charlotte Flair is going to tag in Serena Sandhu. Serena Sandhu's going up to the top right. We're also going to get some form of a crossbody here. Bang! Crossbody onto Natalya and Bayley as they roll out to the ring. As I mentioned, the same person who trained Serena Sandhu is the same person that trained Bayley. A bunch of baseball slides to Natalya and Bayley right there. High five by Serena Sandhu to Charlotte Flair. And Charlotte Flair is doing some, I guess, traditional Indian dancing. I don't know what the hell that was by Charlotte Flair. It was more awkward than me dancing, which says a lot. Charlotte Flair were back from commercial immediately. Again, I'm not sure if you can tell me if you're watching this on Sony or not on the WWE Network, but every time they go to the commercial, do they actually go to the commercial on Sony in India, or is it a case of they just got these commercial breaks for editing purposes? I don't know. Beautiful exploder suplex by Charlotte to Bayley. And a kip up by Charlotte Flair. Say what you will about Charlotte Flair, phenomenal athlete. Just phenomenal athlete. You can't say that she's not, because she just is. She's an absolutely spectacular athlete. There's no doubt about it. Serena Sandhu is in now. Arm drag to Bayley. That's another arm drag. Shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, as they always say on commentary. Off the ropes, going to go for a head scissors. Well, they had to edit that one because it was it was not great. Going to go for... Ooh, looks like a butterfly suplex. Nearly dropped Bayley on her head there. That looked nasty too. This has been the case with the same. It was the same with Finn Balor in his match earlier on in the evening. The same with AJ Styles. Obviously, the talent they're in where they're with is green. There's no doubt about it. They're green. They're inexperienced. That's why the people surrounding them are the most experienced people possible. Whether it is Charlotte Flair, Natalya and Bayley, you don't get many more experienced people than that on the roster. Whether it's Finn Balor, the current NXT champion, super experienced. Whether it's AJ Styles, again, very, very experienced. There's no doubt about it. So they're being smart. They're being smart in terms of the pairings, and I think that's no different here. Oh, and a neck breaker by Sandhu to Natalya. Again, slightly clunky, but a decent neck breaker. If you're enjoying Superstar Spectacle, smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Natalya just whips Sandhu into the turnbuckle. But a reverse elbow hits Natalya off. Here goes Bayley. Oh, and a forearm to Bayley. She falls off the apron. And Natalya just kicked Sandhu out of the ring with an unbelievable boot. I mean, Natalya should be on one of the NFL's punting sides. Man, she just kicked her and she flew out the ring. That was nasty. That was nasty. We've still got the main event to come, by the way. Drew McIntyre's teaming up with Indus Sher to face Jinder Mahal is returning to action, and the Bollywood Boys. And Bayley was just talking some major trash at Corey Graves, because why wouldn't you? Bayley tags in at Natalya. In comes Natalya. She's going to throw Serena Sandhu into the corner. Oof. Going to go for, it looks like a figure four. Some version of a figure, might be looks nasty. Certainly some form of submission. Could even be an Indian deathlock. But I mean, Natalya in terms of the credibility in the ring. I mean, again, longest probably serving female superstar on the roster right now. You don't get more experience. It's actually been reversed by Serena Sandhu here. Richard Charlton says, hello, I just subscribed. Thanks, Richard. Really appreciate that. You can join Richard in subscribing, clicking the bottom right-hand corner of the screen right now. Click the notification bell as well. You'll be notified when we upload videos here on the channel. We upload daily videos talking about WWE, AEW, Impact Wrestling. As I mentioned, Royal Rumble. It's Royal Rumble week. Happy Royal Rumble week. It's Royal Rumble week. The Royal Rumble is Sunday night. We will be doing a watch along here on the channel, so be sure to subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, click the notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live on Sunday. You can join me in watching the Royal Rumble together with the entire community here that we're building on the channel. All opinions are welcome. It doesn't matter what you like, what you don't like about pro wrestling. It's all it's about. It's a big boo on the outside by Charlotte Flair to Bayley. My word. Nearly took her head off. But it's all about just the love of pro wrestling here. It's all about enjoying pro wrestling. That's what we do here. We just talk about pro wrestling and we enjoy it. So be sure to join Richard and subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Smash a like if you're enjoying Superstar Spectacle as well. Looks like Natalya's going to go for the sharpshooter on Serena Sandhu as well. And here we go. Sharpshooter is locked right in. How long is Serena Sandhu going to last? I think she's going to be waiting for Charlotte Flair to break this up. In comes Charlotte Flair. Natural selection. Bang. On Natalya. Serena Sandhu, this might be it. She might get the victory. 2, 3. She wins. She wins. Serena Sandhu just pinned Natalya. Talk about putting the talent over. Serena Sandhu pins Natalya, former SmackDown Women's Champion Natalya, after Charlotte Flair hits Natalya with a natural selection to get the victory. So we do have one of the homegrown Indian talents getting a victory tonight. Some of the matches we've seen so far, we saw Finn Balor defeat Guru Raaj. We just saw Serena Sandhu and Charlotte Flair defeat Bayley and Natalya. We saw Rey Mysterio, Ricochet joining forces with Giant Sanjaya and Dilsha Shanky, which was a great, honestly, I really enjoyed that match. So much fun. They defeated Dolph Ziggler, King Corbin, Cesaro, and Shinsuke Nakamura. AJ Styles also defeated Jeet Rama. I must say, the show, it's been fine. It's been what you would expect with some of these specials, as we see an 8K shot of Bayley there. But what I will say is certainly a highlight for me in the match. The night is not done by any stretch of the imagination. We still have the main event to come. But certainly a highlight for me was that 8-man tag match. That was, I mean, so much fun. That was so much fun. I really enjoyed that 8-man tag, especially for the ending that had Giant Sanjaya have Ricochet on his shoulders. Yeah, Dilsha Shanky holding Rey Mysterio like he was Miss Elizabeth. And he was Macho Man Randy Savage. It was awesome. It was awesome. Jonah Liga says, Drew versus Mahal, former 3MB members. Yes. We've got the match. That was teased, actually. I think when McIntyre first won the WWE Championship after WrestleMania last year, and you had Jinder Mahal just return from injury after WrestleMania at that period of time, it was heavily discussed and rumoured that one of the feuds we were going to be seeing, especially with Mahal's return to television, was 2 former 3MB members facing off against each other for the WWE Championship. I think a lot of people do want to see McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship. I know I do. I think it's a feud that makes a lot of sense. Look at this faction that was a comedy gimmick. It was a laughable gimmick. It was not meant to bury them, I don't think, but it certainly wasn't a gimmick to get up the card by any stretch of the imagination. And 2 of them have gone on to be WWE champions. Not only would it be current WWE champion versus former WWE champion, but you've also got best friends in and outside of the ring. They were in 3MB together. It's certainly from, rags to riches story for both of them. And I think that is such a great story to tell. It's a great story to tell. So hopefully, and I don't think this will be the case, I think today won't be the last time we see McIntyre and Jinder Mahal face off. Now, obviously, coming into WrestleMania season, we're going to see Jinder Mahal and McIntyre main event WrestleMania. Absolutely not. But we're going to get a WWE title feud between them at some point. I have no doubts about that. No doubts about that. I actually floated in a video that's going up later today. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner, you'll see it. Maybe we see Drew McIntyre versus Edge at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship, right? Edge declared his entry to the Royal Rumble last night on Monday Night Raw. Maybe he wins it and faces Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. I think that would be a really fun match to see. But I'm excited, really excited to see Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal in this 6-man tag team match later tonight. Arjun Singh says, hi, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're enjoying WWE Superstar Spectacle. If you are, smash a like on the like button. If you're excited for Royal Rumble, smash a like on the like button as well. As we've got Ric Flair in the middle of the ring. The Nature Boy Ric Flair is a regular on WWE television once again. He says that he's honoured to be here for the first ever WWE Superstar Spectacle. The Nature Boy. I'm surprised we didn't see no Lacey Evans. No Lacey Evans tonight or anything like that. Ric Flair's talking about all of the Indian members of the WWE Universe that are participating, being part of the WWE ThunderDome for Superstar Spectacle. If you're out from India and you're watching this, happy Republic Day, of course, as well. Hope you're enjoying your day. Hope you have enjoyed your day. What time is it over there right now? I mean, it's got to be, what, nearly like 9:30, something like that? Or close to 9:30. Here comes Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal returns to WWE television. He's with the Bollywood boys. Jinder Mahal looks, I mean, unbelievable. He looks great. This looks in, I mean, unbelievable, phenomenal shape. Jonah Liga says, from which channel do you watch WWE? Well, This is currently, the WWE Superstar Spectacle is currently on the WWE Network, so you can be sure to subscribe there. And you can still watch it with us on the watch along. It's great. In India, it's on Sony TV. But Jinder Mahal's back, and let's look at the shape of him. It looks phenomenal. Looks in great shape. Arguably looks to be in the best shape ever. I mean, this is a guy that was in incredible shape during his WWE Championship run. But man, this might be the best I've seen Jinder. He looks in pretty awesome shape. He's cutting a promo on Flair, but he's just been interrupted by his former 3MB teammate, the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. Of course, this is going to be McIntyre's return to the ring. His first appearance in ring since his positive COVID test about 10 days, or a couple of weeks ago now. But it was he did a 10-day quarantine, did obviously negative COVID tests, and was able to appear at the Superstar Spectacle TV tapings, which took place last week. So he is cleared. He is ready to go. He's going to be competing Sunday at the Royal Rumble when he defends the WWE Championship against Goldberg. We will be doing that on the watch along as well, so be sure to subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, click the notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live. As Drew McIntyre is making his way to the ring. Man, he looks good with that WWE Championship, doesn't he? Looks absolutely fantastic. No sword entrance today. Just held up the WWE Championship. I prefer it. I don't really like the sword entrance, I'm going to be honest. I love the pyro. And I love the fire and all that kind of stuff. I could do without the sword, if I'm going to be honest. I think the sword's a little bit hokey, frankly. Here we go, Drew McIntyre. He's got a big grin on his face. He's saying, welcome back to Jinder Mahal. They both have big smiles on their faces. It feels wholesome. A wholesome return for Jinder Mahal with the 3MB teammates. Where's Heath when you need him? I tell you where Heath is. He's with Impact Wrestling. He's actually currently on the shelf. He's got a hernia injury. But Drew McIntyre says that Jinder Mahal shouldn't be interrupting Ric Flair. What does seem a little bit odd is that Ric Flair on WWE TV right now is a heel. He's a heel because he's aligned with Lacey Evans against his daughter, Charlotte Flair. But he's a babyface here, and now he's been interrupted by the heel Jinder Mahal. The babyface Drew McIntyre is coming out to save the heel Ric Flair, I guess, at this point. I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't matter. Maybe it just doesn't matter at this point. Drew McIntyre says he has his own three-man band of destruction. But here comes, he's going to introduce Indus Sher. I don't think they're going to be accompanied to the ring by Malcolm Bivens this time, which is a shame. I love me some Malcolm Bivens on NXT. Here comes Indus Sher. They get the 8K entrance as well, the 8K cameras. That 8K camera is just so good. It's so good. It really is. Here comes Indus Sher. They're going to be Drew McIntyre's three-man band of destruction. Had to get in the three-man band reference, right? Got to get in that 3MB reference. If you've got a match with Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal, you have to reference 3MB. We're going to do it a million times here on the watch-along here today. Simon B. Pandit says, hi, how you doing? Pat One says, I think it's possible Jinder win because, you know, the Sheiks can buy the world with their money. LOL. I don't know what Pat's on about there, but okay. Jonah Liger says, which country are you from, brother? Hey, isn't it obvious? I mean, I'm over here in the UK watching Superstar Spectacle live with everyone here on the watch-along here. But to be honest, it's actually just refreshing to be able to watch a WWE show for me over here in the UK that isn't at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning. It's at the moment over here, it's nearly 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and it's great to be able to watch a WWE event during the normal hours of the day. Jinder Mahal sporting a new haircut as well. He's got all of his hair cut off. Last time he was appeared on WWE TV, as you can see there, he had the long hair. He grew out the long hair. He's got the hair completely shaved. New look for Jinder Mahal. Stone Cold Jinder Mahal. Looks like. It's going to be Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre starting up. No, it's not. It would look like it was going to be Mahal and McIntyre starting off. It's not. As Samir Singh's been tagged in by his brother. And Samir has just slapped Drew McIntyre in the face. I don't know if that's the right thing to do for Samir. I mean, you see that, how big a man Drew McIntyre is when he's in with the Singhs. I mean, the Singhs are obviously smaller guys who are on 205 Live, but McIntyre is a big, big man, and he's just chopped Samir Singh's chest in half. Picked him up in a gut wrench. He's going to tag in Indus Sher. There comes Rinku of Indus Sher. And a smash to the back. We've got some big men in this match. We've seen some big guys on this show. We've seen 3 people over 7 foot on one show. That's pretty incredible. Oh, what a shoulder block. Noob & Co says it's best to keep Ric Flair off television. You know, Noob, I mean, every time I bring this up, I get some criticism for it, but I agree. I do agree with you in the sense that, look, we are in a pandemic right now. Is it wise to have 71-year-old Ric Flair who does have underlying health conditions on television? I don't think so. Ultimately, though, like many people will say, well, Ric Flair doesn't have to if he doesn't want to. It's absolutely true. To be honest, I'm done doing the argument about it because every time we speak about it, people get upset about it. But you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. As Indus just... Sunil Singh just got absolutely smashed in the middle of the ring there. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner, click the notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live on Sunday for the Royal Rumble watch along, as well as daily videos. Got a video coming up today in about an hour's time talking about all of the fallout from Monday Night Raw last night. You've got Randy Orton, RKO and Alexa Bliss. You've got Edge announcing he's returning at the Royal Rumble. You've got the Goldberg Drew McIntyre confrontation on Raw. Oh, a huge hip toss to Samir Singh. Now McIntyre's going to pick up Singh. Oh, he's going to throw him to the outside of the ring. Here we go. Bang. Throws him to his brother. And Jinder Mahal just slapping him around the back of the head. As McIntyre and Indus Sher pose as we go to commercial. But yeah, we're going to have a video going up in about an hour talking about, I said, the fallout from Raw last night. We're going to be talking about, as I mentioned, the confrontation with Drew McIntyre and Goldberg. Talking about Alexa Bliss being RKO'd by Randy Orton. Taking one hell of an RKO by Randy Orton, by the way. It was awesome. Randy Orton's burns as well. I'm going to talk about that. We're also going to be talking about, as I mentioned, Edge's return. That's going to be happening Sunday. You can watch with us in the watch along. Be sure to subscribe bottom right hand corner. Smash a like on the video too if you're enjoying Superstar Spectacle. What else did we talk about in that video today? We talked about the unfortunate passing of Vince McMahon's brother, Rod McMahon. Yes, Vince McMahon's only sibling unfortunately passed away at the age of 77, his older brother. Spoke about that today as well. Spoke about the botches during Monday Night Raw last night. You had the shoot count out when it comes to the tag team match with involving Charlotte Flair and Shayna Baszler. Spoke about that today, and also addressed the controversial topic that a lot of people have been talking about: is Nia Jax reckless in the ring? We speak about that later today as well. You can let me know your thoughts. If you think Nia Jax is reckless or dangerous in the ring, let me know in the live chat. I'd certainly love to hear your opinions. We're back from commercial. Sunil Singh is working over one of the members of Samir, actually, rather. He's working over Reiku. Goes for a splash in the corner, but he's pulled out of the way by Jinder Mahal. And he's going to now work over the arm. Jenna Liger says, in your opinion, who will win? Well, you can't go against the WWE Champion. The WWE Champion, I think, is always going to win this kind of a match. But in comes Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal just throwing right into the ring post there. The thing is, with these LED ring posts, it sounds so much better, doesn't it, when they hit it? It's a real nice sound. Pat1 says, you think it's possible that Conor McGregor will appear in the Royal Rumble? I don't think so. I don't think so. I do think he'll appear in WWE one day. Don't think he'll appear in the Royal Rumble. I don't think he'll appear in WWE anytime soon or anything like that. There's still a lot of money for him to be made in the UFC, far more than the WWE would probably be able to offer him at this point. Conor McGregor's a superstar. He's a global superstar. He is a household name. There's no doubt, obviously, WWE wants Conor McGregor at some point. There is no doubt they want Conor McGregor to appear in WWE at some point. But look, I don't think he'd retire just because he lost at UFC. He's past weekend. He's got a lot to prove. He's got a lot to prove, and he seemed very keen to have more fights for UFC, especially even this year. So I expect Conor McGregor to stay in the UFC for the foreseeable future. There's no doubt one day he'll appear in the WWE. It's just a case of if and when, and if the money's right. But as far as people saying, oh, he should go against Brock Lesnar. Look, Brock Lesnar would kill Conor McGregor. The guy outweighs him by like 100 pounds. It's something ridiculous. But the Bollywood boys working over Indus Sher in the ring now, working over the arm, looks like. Jinder Mahal's looked steady so far in this match. Again, looks to be in absolutely phenomenal shape. Noob & Co says, yeah, because at this point, I pretty much gave up on the storyline about Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair, and Lacey Evans' storyline. I'm more interested in the storyline between Asuka and Alexa Bliss. Certainly was an interesting way to end Raw last night, wasn't it? Looks like we're gonna go for the hot tag there for a second. Jinder Mahal's been tagged in. And a big boot to the face of Rinku. And again, they're working over the arm of Rinku there. Jinder Mahal is working over the arm continuously. He's gotten in a bit of a shoulder submission, I guess. If you can call it that, by Jinder Mahal. But this is Jinder Mahal's return to the ring. I'm glad to see him back. Very, very glad to see him return to the ring. Rinku's trying to get back to his feet. Oh, and a right hand to Saurav. Oh, Rinku's going to fight back here. Here we go. Going to go for a suplex, it looks like. Does he have the power in his shoulder? There you go. Big suplex to Jinder Mahal. And Rinku's going to now look for the tag. McIntyre's firing up in the corner. They're going to try and tag in the WWE Champion. Are we going to have some McIntyre-Jinder Mahal confrontation? Finally. Yes. Clotheslines Jinder Mahal. He attacks both of the Bollywoods on the outside. Shoots Jinder Mahal into the ropes. And a big belly-to-belly throw to Jinder Mahal. McIntyre and another belly-to-belly throw to Jinder Mahal. McIntyre coming in like a house on fire. The proverbial hot tag. Drew McIntyre's got it up. Looks like he's having the time of his life. He really does. Beautiful net breaker by McIntyre and a kip up. The guy is a freak athlete. I'm not just saying this because he's a fellow UK guy. But Drew McIntyre is just something else. The guy his size, he's like 6'6". The guy can do a kip up. He is just something else. McIntyre's going to set up for the Claymore. Oh, and a big knee. A big knee by Jinder Mahal. Drew McIntyre caught him right in the face. As I mentioned, this is Jinder Mahal's return to WWE television. It's McIntyre's return to in-ring action after his positive COVID test. You've got Indashir on the apron looking for a tag. The Bollywood boys are looking for a six-man a tag on the apron as well, rather. Saurav is just booting the hell out of the Bollywood boys. The Bollywood boys, they're just great for bumping, aren't they? They were so great at being in the faction with Jinder Mahal because they could just be thrown around all over the place. That Randy Orton gif when he just drops, I think it might be either Sunil or Samir, I can't remember, but he just drops one right on their head and does the whole... on the on the announce table. Claymore kick to Jinder Mahal. That's Jinder rolling to the outside. So Sunil's on his own with both members of Indashir. Looks like they're going to finish off this match. It's like a side slam from into a leg drop. It was brutal. Didn't get all of it, but that is the victory. Indashir pins Samir Singh, and that is the victory for Drew McIntyre in Indashir. If you enjoyed that match, smash a like on the like button. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Click that notification bell. We will be going live for a watch along on Sunday for the Royal Rumble. So if you subscribe now, click that notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live on Sunday. We also upload daily videos. Got a video going up in an hour talking about all things that happened last night on Raw and in the world of WWE. As we see the 8K shot of Jinder Mahal celebrating with Indashir. That was a fun main event. Really great to see Jinder Mahal returning to the ring. Great to see Drew McIntyre, of course, returning to the ring after his positive COVID test as well. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, super chats are open. You can click the $sign. All contributions are welcome during this difficult time for everyone, so don't feel it's forced or anything like that. But if you want to help the channel, the best way is to like and subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, click that notification bell. Joe Leaker says, how you feel when you're talking alone at 1 a.m? I mean, usually that's what I have to do for Raws and SmackDowns. And look, and that's another point, you know, if you want to do more, want me to do more watch-alongs, you can let me know. As we see, Triple H is now in the ring. Triple H is in the ring with Drew McIntyre and some of the Indian superstars that have performed on tonight's show. Certainly a great show. Ric Flair's at ringside as well. and some pyro going off. Of course, it's Republic Day in India. To all of the Indian viewers out there, happy Republic Day. Hope you have enjoyed your day. And that looks like it's going to be it for Superstar Spectacle as we go off the air. With Triple H celebrating with, obviously they're not just Indian talent, they're NXT talent as well. So that's the case with there. And that is going to be it. So that was an enjoyable show. You know what? I enjoyed that. We'll do a quick run through quickly. So we had Finn Balor defeat Guru Raaj in an opening match of the show. Thought it was a decent match. Nothing spectacular. I think that this kind of showed the pattern for the rest of the show. Guru Raaj was a bit green, I think. But putting him in there with someone like Finn Balor is the perfect opponent because that's someone that's going to hide any weaknesses and extenuate the positives. I thought that was enjoyable. We had Serena Sandhu and Charlotte Flair defeat Bayley and Natalya. Obviously, again, Serena Sandhu I think was a bit green, but she gets the pinfall victory over Natalya after Charlotte hit natural selection on Natalya. We also had a really, really fun 8-man tag team match. In my opinion, this might have actually been the match of the show. You had Rey Mysterio and Ricochet joining Giant Sanjay and Dilshire Shanky. And by the way, Giant Sanjay and Dilshire Shanky, they were, I think, arguably two of the stars of the show. I think their look, their presence. You've got Shanky, who's 7 foot tall. You've got Giant Sanjay, who's like 7'3". These two guys, I think, are stars. I think they've got great looks. They are a presence. They're attractions. I have no doubt they're going to make it on WWE television at some point. I really do. I thought they were very, very good. So Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Giant Sanjay, and Dilshire Shanky get the victory over Dolph Ziggler, King Corbin, Cesaro, and Shinsuke Nakamura in a really, really fun 8-man tag. You had AJ Styles defeat Jeet Rama. I think it kind of followed the thing of Jeet Rama was a bit green, but putting him somewhere in there with someone like an AJ Styles is the perfect opponent, really, isn't it? It's the perfect opponent because that really puts you in there with someone that is going to help you through the match, and that was the case. Also, you had the main event, obviously. You had WWE Champion Drew McIntyre and Indus Sher defeat the returning Jinder Mahal and the Bollywood Boys in a 6-man tag team match. I thought it was fun. I would have probably wanted a bit more interaction between Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal, given their history, the 3MB stuff, but I think that will come. As I mentioned, I think we're probably, at some point, it's very likely we're going to get Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship, a WWE title feud. When, where, I don't know. I would think coming out of WrestleMania. I don't think going into WrestleMania season that's going to be anything. But it's great to see Jinder Mahal back in the ring. I thought physically he looked great. Maybe a bit of ring rust. You can't exactly work it off on live events anymore. But I thought that was great. And Jinder Mahal, and obviously Drew McIntyre as well. It's his return after his positive COVID test. So I thought it was a fun show overall. I thought it was a fun show. Nothing. It's called Superstar Spectacle. Was it spectacular? No, but I think it was an important show by WWE. As I said at the top of the stream, I'll say the thing as we close it out. This was really important by WWE because the Indian market is a huge market to penetrate for WWE. In my opinion, people don't realize just the fandom that pro wrestling has in India. And if you're from India, you can attest to this, and be sure to subscribe on right corner. But honestly, look, people can talk about the population in India. People can talk about financially how much it will benefit WWE to get a strong foothold in India, and that's true. What people don't realize is just the pure fandom of pro wrestling that's in India. You saw the footage of WWE when they do their tours in India and they go abroad. They're fanatical. They love pro wrestling. There is such a demand and a desire to watch pro wrestling in that Indian market. So not only do they need to penetrate it from a financial point of view, and there's a huge population there, but most importantly, there is such a demand and such a want and a yearn for pro wrestling in India. And that's why events like tonight have been really important. And I think WWE did a very good job. I enjoyed the show. I thought it was a decent show. Is it going to become an annual thing? I don't know. Would we like to see it actually take place in India, whether that's Mumbai or somewhere like that, or Calcutta? I think that'd be great. You know, once this world goes back to normal, and hopefully, touch wood, that can be as soon as possible. But once the world does go back to normal, whatever the new normal is, seeing a Superstar Spectacle event actually take place in India, maybe be a live pay-per-view event, how awesome would that be to watch that on the WWE Network? That'd be a lot of fun. That really would be a lot of fun. So maybe that's the event. Maybe that's the event that we could see Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship. Maybe in a year's time, Republic Day, once again in India. Maybe we then see Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal, WWE Championship from Calcutta or Mumbai. How exciting would that be? That's an event. That's a real event. So maybe we'll see that in the future. Who knows? But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun show. Thank you, everyone. Thank you everyone that's joined us here for the watch along here on YouTube. Really enjoyed your company. Hope everyone has enjoyed the watch along. As I mentioned, be sure to smash a like on the like button. Really does help us out here on YouTube. Go up the rankings and get into people's recommendation feeds if they haven't seen our videos previously. If you have enjoyed Superstar Spectacles, smash a like on the like button too. But most importantly, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to Wrestle News 365. You can do that by clicking the bottom right hand corner of the screen right now, or you can go to the channel. Be sure to subscribe there. As I mentioned, it's Royal Rumble week, so there is so much going on in the world of pro wrestling and WWE right now. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Click that notification bell. We're going to be uploading preview and prediction videos this week talking about the Royal Rumble. We're going to be uploading match previews highlighting the men's Royal Rumble match, the women's Royal Rumble match, WWE Championship match featuring that man Drew McIntyre against Goldberg, Last Man Standing Universal Championship match between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. We also, as I mentioned several times, will be doing a watch along for the entirety of the Royal Rumble event on Sunday as well. So if you subscribe, bottom right hand corner, click that notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live, so you can join us and join the whole Wrestle News 365 community we're building here, and we can all watch the Royal Rumble together during this difficult time where people are in lockdowns, people are stuck at home, people are stuck away from their family and their loved ones. We can all come together and watch the Royal Rumble together, watch what we love, which is pro wrestling together. So that would be great. That would be great. So thank you very much for joining us.